winter 1987 aboard USS Nimitz. I'm in Attack Squadron 82, VA 82, the Marauders. This is my second deployment. And one night I'm starting up on the fantail, so the very after part of the ship, the round down, if you will. And I start up my A7 there, and normal start. I am now taxied out of my spot, and as I taxi out, my nose wheel steering does not work. And without that, you can't maneuver on deck. You got to be towed around there. So I am now down. And that was kind of fine with me because it was a pretty black night. But I say, tower, 310 is down, no nose wheel steering. So Roger. So a tractor appears with a tow bar, and so the tractor comes up in front of me and turns around and then backs in, and they attach the tow bar to my nose wheel because they're going to tow me out of the landing area because that's going to be happening in another 10 minutes. And bring me up to the bow and fix the airplane. So I'm done flying. I'm not going to go that night, but I'm still in the airplane. The airplane's turning, engine's going, and they're now bringing me up forward. So as they bring me up forward in the landing area, we're now approaching the wires, the cross-deck pendants there. And as we do, other airplanes are coming down from the bow, and they're going to turn in that cross-deck pendant piece of the flight deck as they go to the waste catapults for launch. So this is standard, happens all the time. So here comes an A7, it's an A7 from the sister squadron, it turns out. And as the airplane turned in front of me, the main mount gets caught up on the cross-deck pendant. It happens all the time. And in this situation, when you're caught like that, you have to ask for permission from the towers. Tower 310, stuck on the 3-wire, need to come up on the power. And then he'll look at you, he'll look and see what's behind you, and then he'll tell you over the radio, okay, 310, you're cleared to come up on the power. So then you can kind of come up and power yourself over the cross-deck pendant and continue on. All right. Again, this is normal. However, this night, the A7 that has come down from the bow has now made the turn, stuck on the gear, and the exhaust of this A7 is pointed right at my tractor driver. I can see where it's happening. Now, this is from my sister squadron, and I knew that these guys, they never ask. They just come up on the power. And maybe my tractor driver knew this too, because I'm looking over my nose and I can see him down there, and he is hunkering down. He's hanging onto the steering wheel and just kind of bracing himself for this blast of exhaust he's going to get from this A7 as it powers over the gear. So it's at night, and you can kind of see the tailpipe glow. He's coming up on the power, and I'm watching my driver, and he's in there, and he's hanging on. He's right over my nose. My man-eating intake is underneath me, and even at idle power, a man could be sucked down the engine. So I'm watching all this. He starts bouncing in his seat, and then comes out of his seat and disappears underneath my nose. I immediately shut the airplane down. He reappears, my driver reappears airborne in my quarter panel here, and he goes flying into a bunch of flight deck chocks that were stacked, and I think there might have been a tractor there. That kind of stops him because behind that is a spinning E2 prop that he would have gone into. And so I'm shut down, and after that, I guess I got another driver, but anyway, I was towed clear. My flight deck chief came, hey, Mr. Miller, way to go, way to shut the airplane down. 2 weeks pass, and I'm in Sigonella, Sicily, and I was there. I was on my way to Morocco. They were planning some sort of a debt that the air wing was going to be. So I was one of the planning officers for this thing. I'm in the terminal at Sigonella, and a couple of sailors are on the bench in front of me, and they're talking about this incident. And my driver was one of them. And so I overhear them talking. I said, hey guys, I was in the A7 that you were towing. I said, wow, hey, well, thanks for shutting down, sir. But you're okay? I mean, you get any broken bones or anything like that? And he was fine, and no worse for wear. We talked about the E2 and just how lucky we all were. So that's a story that had a happy ending.